Hi guys, so today I'm just going to be filming my August TBR. I'm not the biggest fan of filming TBRs because I just think that there's no point in me talking about a book I haven't read because I just can't tell you what I don't think of it or just, whether I liked it or not, whether you should buy it, whether I would recommend it. But, it's just like a fun video to film. It's the last month of December, so one more month of free reading and enjoyable reading without school. So I decided to make a TBR in honor of that one, and let's just jump right into the video. So the first book I want to read, it's not like the first, it's not in order, but it's Circe by Madeline Miller. So I was so excited to actually see this one on the shelves because I wanted to read this one for a while. Everyone recommended this a lot, and I love myth retellings, and it is a retelling of something. I just don't know. I've never read any of them actual ones yet, but I definitely will. And yeah, so they say Circe is a great one, and everyone is raving about Madeline Miller, so I just want to see what the hype is all about for myself. And then the next book I already started reading, I will continue in August, is Star Maker by Olaf Stapledon. This is in the part of the series of science fiction masterworks. It's a science fiction classic, and Arthur Clarke blurbed it and said it's probably the most wonderful work of imagination ever written. I don't really agree, but I don't know when this was written, so thinking of the time it was written in like a, an older period, I just think it might be groundbreaking because he travels, like he leaves, the terrestrial world something, and he travels, but I read only like 60 or something pages, 64 pages to be exact, and like nothing really exciting happens. It's like the man's travels. It feels like a diary, and I don't like reading about diary for method thingies. It's not my favorite thing ever. I love the cover, so I got it, and I was in the mood for science fiction, but my kind of science fiction is not like these action-packed, plot driven, those like space operas. I don't like them, and I don't like too slow ones like this as well. I just found this too slow and not so interesting. Like he goes to the first planet, not the world, the first planet he goes to is kind of like really similar to our own. They have Homo sapiens, and they're like people with different nostrils and different parts of organs, and they basically how we rely on sight. Instead of relying on sight, they rely on taste. I just found those aspects really interesting, but it was a bit boring because I'm reading for 3 days. I just can never get past 100 for 100 pages, so it's a bit frustrating, but I will finish it. I'm pretty sure of that one. And my favorite science fiction is like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, so if you have any kind of recommendations like that, I'm open. And then I started reading this one as well. I read multiple books in one time, so this is what I do. This is the complete short fiction of Oscar Wilde. I read The Picture of Dorian Gray in June last month, and I really, really loved that one. Not last month, now it's 2 months. Just the summer is going so fast. I'm so sad, but I loved Oscar Wilde's writing, and I want to pick this one up. I know the book looks a bit wrecked, but I did not do this. It was the condition that I got it. I bought it with like this condition. Classics are cheaper than normal books, so this was the first reason why I started picking them up. But I just don't push myself to read classics. I just love them. And yeah, I read the first few stories, first story yesterday, and I really enjoyed it, and I love his writing still, and I will recommend this one. I probably really like this one when I finish it, and then it's going to be no surprise for you if you're watching my wrap up. And if you haven't, I will leave the link in the description box, so you should just check that one out. It's Two Towers by Tolkien, of course. And yeah, I want to read the second installment in the month of August as well because it's so good. It's one of my favorite series, maybe my favorites. And I only read the second book because I could only find this one in like a full, not a pocket size edition for like a hardback. I love the hardback of this one, and hardcover, paperback hardcover. I always forget that one, but it has a map, and it's just like the beautiful edition. And when something is big and has big fonts, well, my eyes have a feast, so I really like that one. Then I want to read like a not so serious book in the middle. It's The Struggle is a Vampire Diaries novel. It's the only one I kept because they're so cheesy, so boring, like so romance heavy, and so stupid, so ridiculous. So yeah, but I just butchered them. But yeah, I enjoy this one because it has a bit of Damon scenes, and yeah, TV show is a lot better. Like if you're interested, just watch the TV show. The movies are kind of shitty, but then I want to read a historical fiction novel. This one is Beneath the Scarlet Sky by Mark Silverling. If I remember correctly, the Goodreads review for this book was not really glowing, but I still wanted to give this one a go because the premise really intrigues me. It's about World War II in Italy, and it says love was worth spying for. I just assume that it's kind of like a romance going on and someone spies. It's my favorite kind of, well, not true, but favorite kind of storyline. I'm really excited to pick this one up. I love the cover. We're matching. We're red and red. And yeah, it looks really great, something that I would really enjoy. I love historical fiction a lot, so I wanted to give this one a go. And then another like summary, you know, like not really needed to read with your brain kind of, because I Happily Ever After by Stephen Perkins. I read the whole and I just didn't like it at all. I hated Lola, and for Anna I just liked the Paris aspect. And this, they go to Barcelona. I went to Barcelona last summer, so I know the places. Like, you would know the places with common knowledge, because they just go to really basic places like Park Güell or like the Stuttgart Familia. My pronunciation is really bad, so I'm sorry in advance. But yeah, it's just, this was my favorite in the series, the first one I read. I read this one in 7th grade or something, so yeah, my opinions are probably going to have changed, of course. And I just haven't told you how old I am. I'm 16 years old, and I am going to start my junior year of high school, and I live in Turkey, so yeah, get to know me better. Hopefully it helps. And yeah, I just want to pick this one up. Then I want to pick a Turkish book again. This is from a Turkish author, Yaşar Kemal, and he's my favorite Turkish author, and it is something like Hot Weather. So August looks like the perfect opportunity to read it. It's so hot and boiling, and I don't know why I'm wearing like a, you know, short sleeve top. I could wear a crop top, but you know, I'm an idiot. And then I want to read Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte, and I haven't tried this one. Like, being a great fan of Wuthering Heights, like all Jane Austen, Pride and Prejudice thingy is going on, and I just haven't read this one, so it's like a shame on me. I have to pick this one up. I love the cover of this one. Like, I just think it looks perfect. It's kind of like a fall-y read, but I want to give this one my full attention without school. So yeah, I've never read something. Yeah, it's my, like, many people's favorite book, so I just have to pick this one up. Then of course, if I have enough time, I want to read Return of the King. Yeah, these go fast for me, so I don't know, but I might not have time because it's like a really ambitious one. I don't know, 11. I might not just, you know, be strict and not gonna read these, because it's books, we read them for enjoyment. So I have Freedom by Margaret Atwood. Then it's vintage mini, so this is why it's really mini. I thought this was like a collection of, you know, other essays that is not in a book, but turns out I didn't read the back too well. So this is like a little thing. He says that includes selections from the books The Handmaid's Tale, Hex, and Hexseed. So I didn't read Hexseed. I can read these twice, but I wanted to read that book. So now I'm going to be spoiled. That's that. And I read, you know, The Handmaid's Tale, and half of the book is gone to waste. So it's not fun. But yeah, I should have checked it back a bit more carefully. Then I have Mrs. Dalloway by Virginia Woolf. I read the Virginia Woolf book a month, kind of. It has been going like this way. I read The Lighthouse in June, then Rays in July, and this one in August. She's my favorite author. Like, what can I tell you? She has become a quick favorite, and I'm so excited for this book. I don't know anything about it, so I just like going into my books sometimes that way. What do we have next? We have Elizabeth Gaskell's Norton So. So I read this book during the school year in like a really pocket-sized edition type of a thing. I just couldn't read it because my eyes were like, please give me something bigger, bigger font. So I picked this one up. It's still not the biggest font I've ever seen, so it's important for me. But you know, I like the cover. It was cheap, so I'm gonna go with this, and hopefully I will like it. It's about two distinct sides of London, England. I don't know. One side is poor, one side is rich. It's a social commentary on that, and yeah, I'm excited to see this one. It sounds like everything I would enjoy, and The Librarian really recommended this to me as well. Oh, I'm talking really fast because I don't know what to do to be millions of because, you know, like, uploading a YouTube video like just takes a lot of time, you know. I just don't have enough patience for that. And then we have The Master and Margarita by Mikhail Bulgakov. This is a Turkish copy, by the way, because I hate reading English translated novels, because, you know, like, I think Turkish reading I can't talk, but I just try. What I mean is, like, if a book is going to be translated, then I would rather read this one in Turkish, because I usually never read in Turkish, and it's like a shame. So, and you know, it's a chunk, and it's kind of like about morally great characters and Satan. I hope there's something like this, because it's my kind of jam. How can I not show that I'm a Slytherin? Yeah, I'm excited about this. Everyone liked it. Not everyone. Not Connie. I don't know her. Cody's. I'm sorry. I watched her every day. I don't know why I forgot her channel's name, but Cody really enjoyed it. So I want to give this one another go, and I will leave her channel in the down bar, so you can check out her, and, you know, discover a great booktuber. Then so much better than mine. So yeah, it's a good recommendation. And the final book I want to read in month August is A Flame in the Mist by Rainy Adia. So I read The Wright on the Dawn. Just did not like the book, but I got this one anyways still, because it's the retelling of Mulan. It kind of has, some people said that it has nothing to do with Mulan, but I heard that rumor, so it was enough for me to pick this one up because Mulan is my favorite Disney movie of all time. As a kid, I acted out every scene with my dad, and it's just, yeah, it was a fun times. I wish I could go back to those times and not worry about anything. And yeah, I'm so excited to read this one because Mulan, Mulan, Mulan. I just love this one a lot. And that was all that I wanted to, you know, include in this video. There's like a full list of books that I also want to read in August, but we all know that it's not gonna happen. So if you have any books that you plan on reading this month, please leave them in the comments bar. I would love to hear them out. I mean, maybe we can chat about them. Or is there a book that you read in this, you know, Tribe TBR? If you read that one, I would love to talk about that one, what you thought of them. Did you like it? Did you not? So yeah, I would love if you would do any of these things. And yeah, I don't know who watches my videos, but if you watched it, then please talk to me. I want to learn more about what you think of books. So yeah, and hope you enjoyed this video. See you soon in another video, hopefully. Bye for now.